Clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time for The Finish Line with Bree Marie and James Roland. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Welcome into The Finish Line with Bree Marie. No James this week. We'll give him another hard time. He's actually out at a race right now. We'll get a little race roundup from him in a bit. I've also got Jake Bachhoven on the ones and twos, and my dad, father, papa, old Dougie, Doug Fansteel. Oh boy. He's using slang already. I think he must have looked this up. We might be in trouble. The man, the myth, the legend, old Dougie, the mullet man. He couldn't wear his straw hat today. I wasn't sure. We might have to cut holes in it in order to get the headphones to fit in. So I don't know. But the whole reason I am who I am is because of my dad. So it's going to be super cool to talk to him. Hopefully I can get him to unveil some more stories about his youth. For those of you who are just joining us, as a reminder, you can listen to us in your car and on our 93.7 The Ticket app, and also watch on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and Allo Channel 961. You can call in or text in. Write this down, 402-464-5685, and chat on YouTube. So please be a part of the show. If you think I'm a hoot and I'm ornery, meet my father. He is as well. This should be a fun one. So any questions you got, ask away. This show is brought to you by Stern Company and Eagle Raceway, and we are so grateful for our sponsors. Stern understands your business needs to run like a well-oiled machine, and it's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. I run them in my car, and so far, so good. I'm loving them this year. Everything's going well between oil changes, gear changes. I can't have anything better to say about a lubricant provider than Stern Company. So make sure you check them out. Also, Eagle Raceway, they're open for a full season of entertainment. Even when I'm not there, my dad's not wrenching on the car with me. He still goes out and watches. It's definitely worth it all the time. Yeah. And dirt track, they're full of racing, dirt track racing action every Saturday night, from stock cars to sprint cars. There's fun and racing for everybody. Just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. For more information, visit eagleraceway.com. Tons of racing to still happen and tons of fun to still be had. So James isn't here right now. He is at the Tanner Pelster Memorial Race in Albion, Nebraska, Boone County Speedway. Doug, this is going to be so hard. I feel like I'm breaking a rule by calling him by his first name. So we're just going to go with Dougie. See, I can't get in trouble for that one. What was the car count you're saying at the Tanner Pelster, at least from what you recall?
Earlier today, I saw, I think it was 75 stock cars and over 83 hobby stocks.
On a Sunday night.
Isn't that amazing?
Out in Timbuktu. Holy cannoli. Okay. Well, James does have, he sent us in a little recording. So he's going to go over Race Roundup for us. Jake, if you want to start playing that track.
Happy Sunday, race fans. This is the Finish Line's Race Roundup, only on 93.7 The Ticket. This week kicked off a huge week for stock car racing across the state of Nebraska. Unfortunately, Mother Nature got the victory, as it seems that she's done a majority of the time here so far in 2025 for the US 30 Speedway. So unfortunately, that was a wash. Miss Bree didn't get anywhere to race this week, and that is a total bummer. But I tell you what, I have been pounding the pavement to racetracks all across the state. My week started Friday night over at the Beatrice Speedway, where your main event winners were Jordan Grabowski in the modifieds. Kyle Vanover, after a tough start to the night, picked up the win in your IMCA stock cars. Tyler Nayrud was back to victory lane in that 5T IMCA Sport Mod. Dylan Richards doing Dylan Richards things in the hobby stocks, picking up the win. Johnny Thomas in your sport compacts. And for your Midwest Classic vintage stock cars, it was Mark Peters picking up the win. Then Saturday night, headed on out to Eagle Raceway, because as you know, here on the Finish Line, we love Eagle Raceway. Your winners from Saturday night were Gunnar Pike in the Race Saver Sprint cars, Ari Scouten in your IMCA Sport Mods, Clint Holman picking up the win in modified. Surprise, surprise, Dylan Richards back to doing Dylan Richards things. I think that was win 33, 34 on the year for that 24R car. And Chad Anderson picked up his third main event win in your IMCA stock cars. So that covers Friday and Saturday night. Tonight, unfortunately, I'm not in the studio. I am down here at the Boone County Raceway for the Tanner Pelster Memorial. And if you haven't checked this race out, it's available right now on IMCA TV for you to watch. We've got over 70 hobby stocks in the house and over 50 stock cars. Stock cars racing tonight for $10,000 to win, $10,111 to be specific, and your hobby stocks for $3,111. Then tomorrow night, we're going to head over to the Beatrice Speedway for the second annual Joey Herget Memorial, another huge show across 5 divisions. You've got IMCA Sport Compacts racing for $4,000 to win. Modifieds, I believe, just got a purse bump. Now they're up to paying $3,000 to win, I believe. Don't quote me. Go to the Joey Herget Memorial Facebook page and get the exact payouts. But I believe your sport mods are paying $2,000 to win. Hobby stocks paying $2,000 to win, and then the granddaddy of them all, your IMCA stock cars, up to $10,000 on the line 2 nights in a row. This is the biggest weekend in the state of Nebraska for stock car racing. If you can't make it out, all the action you can find on IMCA TV and Advantage Racing TV. But we really hope to find you out at the racetrack. Tonight, the show will already be going on after the start of the Tanner Pelster Memorial. But your information for tomorrow night, admission prices, you can find them on the Joey Herget Memorial Facebook page. Guys, that's all I've got for Race Roundup. Shaylee, I want to thank you so much for jumping on and co-hosting while I'm away chasing this whole announcing dream thing. Bree, keep doing what you always do. It's great. And Jake, buddy, you are the master of buttons. Keep doing your thing. Thank you very much. You're listening to The Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket.
That was an awesome race roundup. So Shaylee Bade was going to be on today, but she got down with the stomach bug. So we'll have to see if we can get her on maybe in a few weeks. But we got the next best thing, and that was old Dougie over here. I think the local celebrity levels are probably about the same. So I'm sure I could get her to attest to that. But
I think she's got me beat.
no, maybe just
Yeah.
no. We need to get you hero cards, Dad.
Right.
Doug. Anyways, there's a lot of great racing going on. And when James recorded that little recording for us, that was around 1 p.m. today. So the information that you just got for us, Dougie, was on those car counts. They must have grown another 20 to 30 by time people. So those were our pre-registrants. And then what people can do at these races is they can also check in day of, kind of like if you buy your concert tickets beforehand, and then if they're selling them at the concert as well, it's the same sort of thing. So that's really cool, really neat. And one thing about the racing community, or really you'll find with any motorsports community, is that we are one big family. We might fight, we might bicker, we might trash talk each other, or give each other swap some paint, but we're always there for one another. And when there's a memorial race, we always like to show up and show out for those. So keep an eye out. Unfortunate that people have passed, but in the racing community, we don't leave anyone behind. So really special event. If you can make it out to any race, if it's ever a memorial race, you should go. It means a lot to the people that knew those drivers. It means a lot to the community. It means a lot to the family members. So really cool thing there. My dad is an absolute hooligan, and a fun part of growing up is learning more and more stories about the things that your parents did that they told you not to do when you were the age that they were. And one of my favorite stories, so for those of you who don't know, is I started off in go-kart racing. My favorite story is hearing about how my dad had a little go-karting experience that I think would give my mother a heart attack if I would have done that at his age. So Dougie, do you want to explain to us this death trap that you built and drove around Milford, Nebraska?
Well, it kind of started out, I went ahead without my parents' permission and bought a mini bike.
Shocker.
And they said absolutely no mini bike. So then I proceeded to build a wooden go-kart.
Wooden? Like knock on wood from trees.
Yeah.
Okay, just clarifying.
And put the 3-horse engine from the mini bike and the tires, used those on the back, and made a little cross T style steering that you steered with your feet. And
wait, so it's made of wood and you're steering with your feet, right?
Well, you can, yeah.
Okay, continue.
And I pretty much terrorized the streets of Milford, Nebraska with it when I was young.
What? Oh, okay. So there's no steering wheel. Where was the gas? Did you just reach behind you?
No, I took the throttle cable and run it beside my seat so I could grab it with my hand, and I pulled on it with my hand. And then you had a rope connected to the T steering. You held that in your other hand, and you used your feet to steer.
And I couldn't ride my bicycle more than 4 houses down?
No, it wasn't safe.
Oh my goodness. Wait, how old were you when you did this?
12.
I hope mom's listening. I really do. That is insane. So when did grandma and grandpa find out about this?
Oh, I don't know that they knew for sure that it was getting driven all over town per se.
You didn't have anybody ratting you out or anything?
Oh, I'm sure at some point. I mean, it's a small town, so somebody was bound to have said something.
So is there a reason that you're like that you wanted a mini bike in the first place?
Yeah, it was $5.
Oh.
So it was fun.
So this is how car enthusiasts get started in a really crazy hobby that has now evolved into, Dad, Doug, what cars do you own now?
I currently have a 74 Plymouth Roadrunner, a 72 Dodge Dart. I own 2 Super Duty F-250s.
Thank you. I haul with one
Honda
of them.
CRV. I have a late model.
Oh my gosh.
I sold one of the sport mods that you drove.
So if you guys want to know
So-
what my future looks like, apparently it looks like a big garage. Sorry to whoever my future husband's going to be. We're going to have a big garage and a lot of cars.
Well, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so I have a brother. Who gets what car?
Mm,
Do I get to call dibs because I'm on air and it's a recording?
I'm pretty sure you'd have to wrestle him for the Roadrunner because he's going to want that.
Don't you have a 440 in the Roadrunner?
Just a bit, yeah.
Do you spray it? Like with
Little,
nitrous? What do
yeah.
you spray it with?
200 horse. Nitrous oxide.
Okay, I've driven the Dart around. I love it. We call it Plankton because it's green and super love it, Dad. 200 extra horsepower?
Yeah.
And what does the 440 put out?
Right around 350, 400. It's not very,
I will
very.
deck him. I will full
Easy.
on this radio show, on the finish line. I'm calling out my older brother, Chase. We're going to have not an arm wrestle. Like, I want a full on boxing match. I will train for it. And I am the rowdy little sister. I will actually, he might clobber me. He always beat me, but I will train for it for that Roadrunner. I want it.
Nah.
So, okay. I'm so fascinated, and it's hard for me to interview you because I feel like, we'd be having dinners and we'd talk about these things, or we'd be at the races. And, my whole life growing up around you, it started off as, well, I'm bored. I'm now watching reruns of SpongeBob. What's Dad doing in the garage? And Bree's gonna help by spraying Windex on the windshield 5 times.
Yeah.
Like that was me working on the car, or sticking my little tiny hands where your old very wise mechanic hands wouldn't fit. So it's interesting trying to interview you right now, but also kind of cool because now I'm thinking about, well, why did you get the Roadrunner?
What led to the Roadrunner I have now is when I was like 14, 15-ish, my grandmother got a 74 Satellite Sebring that was a beautiful car.
Cool. My
And when
grandparents had a minivan.
When she passed away, I took care of that car when I could, and I always told her I wanted it because I thought it was a cool looking car. And I mean, it was bone stock. It wasn't nothing special, but it
looked cool.
But it looked cool, and I could see the potential. And that became my very first car. And throughout all the years of high school and growing from then on, I always had that car until I finally just wore it into the ground. And I bought an actual Roadrunner instead of just a Satellite to replace it. And
so the Satellite looks like a Roadrunner, or is
identical.
it
Same
a version
body.
of it? Who makes the Satellite again?
Plymouth.
Okay.
Yep.
And so they just kind of had 2 cars that were similar.
Yeah.
But
it was just different, what they would call trim levels.
So like the sportier one was the Roadrunner.
Yes.
And that's why you have the Roadrunner
Yes.
now. And what color does the Roadrunner have to be that's allegedly going to be in your will that me and my brother have to fight over?
Oh, I can be specific. It's paint code G8 Deep Sherwood Metallic Green.
Okay. I can do that. And I'll beat my brother up too.
I have the paint.
I can't wait to have that. No, I can't. That's very somber. But you have the paint color?
I have it.
Do you think it's still usable?
I don't know. But I have a 1.5 gallon of Deep Sherwood Metallic Green.
You think 1.5 gallons would cover your whole entire Roadrunner now?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I painted the Satellite in, gee whiz, probably 30 years ago in 1 gallon.
Okay.
This time it'll be base coat, clear coat. So
sometimes I wish I would have listened to my dad, but parents, kids, we don't really listen. So I'm learning so many new things with you guys. He's probably sitting over here like, I've told you this story 27 times, Brianna Marie. But no, that's really cool and that's really special. And I think I feel like growing up, we always kind of talked, if we weren't in dirt track racing, we probably would be into drag racing.
Absolutely.
So you were able to, because I remember dusting off a few trophies even like 5 years ago, because I'm a snooper, going through the storage room and mom and dad's house and dusting off some trophies. And there's one that I'll get to in a little bit here, but there were a few that were from drag racing. Did you do that with the satellite?
Yes, I did that probably in the late 80s.
Okay.
At Kearney Dragway.
And is that still open?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, duh. Yeah, Kearney Raceway Park.
Yep.
Look at that. See, someone's going to say I look like my dad and I sound like my dad. I can't wait. I was talking to someone out in the hall and I said, the worst thing you can ever tell a woman is that she looks like her father. Always say she looks like her mother. But it is funny. I get it a lot and I act like my dad too. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. We are a hoot and we are pretty honorary, but there's another trophy, that you were able to get a while back, and it was Crew Chief of the Year. And this was before I was born. And then you were also able to get that a few years ago at US 30 Speedway for your last full-time year on my car. Yep. And that's what I want to talk about is how you got into racing. But we're going to go to a quick break here, and then we're going to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, old Dougie over here a little bit more. After this break, you're listening to The Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket.
Raising Cane's is the only fuel I need. Their chicken fingers always fill my tank. So when I'm running on fumes, I always refuel at Raising Cane's. But turns out, not everything's fueled by Cane's. Guess the old girl prefers her sauce unleaded. One love.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750. All through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at A1AutoLincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Back to the finish line with Bree Marie and James Roland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the finish line with Bree Marie, Jake Bachhoven. James is out at the Tanner Pelster Memorial Race in Boone County Raceway in Albion, Nebraska. We've got old Dougie with us today, aka my dad. Got some crazy cool stories for you. For those of you who are just now tuning in, you can listen to us in your car. You can also listen in online. We are on Spotify next day, so you can catch the full episode then on all your favorite podcasting platforms as well. Huge shout out to Stern Co., Eagle Raceway, and Deals Plumbing for allowing us to do this show. We love doing it, and we love being here and sharing our stories. So thank you for that. Before we went to break, we were talking about how my dad won a few awards, and I just got a text message from my brother. I may or may not publicly on the radio a few minutes ago said that I would go to hand-to-hand combat with him over my dad's Roadrunner that has a 440 in it. My brother just texted me. He goes, "We're going to have a really hard time if you try and take the Roadrunner, Miss Lady. That's hilarious, Chase Fansteel, because I think my muscles are bigger than yours." He's 6 years older than me. He used to sit on me when he babysat me. But aside from that, he didn't say anything about taking the motor. I don't think he knows I know how to do that. You can have the carcass. I'll make the 440 work in the dirt. Might have to do some fabricating, though.
You know, the beauty is I won't be here to see it.
That's sad. I don't like that. You'll be watching from above.
Yeah, and laughing.
Yeah.
The whole
Who
time.
are you placing bets on? You know how feisty I am.
I really don't think you're going to get the Roadrunner pride out of him. I really don't.
Now
You better start laying claim to the dart, because
my whole workout routine is about to change. I'm going to join the fight club. I don't know what it is. I'm not supposed to talk about it, actually. Anyways, so on the record, I'm fighting my brother for my dad's car. Anyways, so you had gotten crew chief of the year. Well deserved. It was 2023 at US 30 Speedway. That was your last full-time year before I spread my wings and kind of went out on my own. Obviously, you still helped me. I still couldn't do it without you, especially living 2 minutes away from you and using your lift in your garage. Thank you so much, old Dougie. We appreciate you. Yes, air conditioning's fantastic. We loaded up the car one day because it was so hot. Me and the team did, and we went over to Dad's garage to use it because we were done with the no AC in my garage. But you also got this crew chief of the year award another time. Do you remember that year?
Yeah, there was actually 2 times.
Okay.
And it was back when we were running tracks that were under NASCAR sanctioning at the time. And it was in 93 and again in 2000. I got True Value Mechanic of the Year for the Great West region.
Okay, and whose car was that on? Because that wasn't my car.
Nope.
I was 1 year old in
that was
2000.
Before you. That was for Kevin Anderson.
Okay.
We had
and he's out at the Auto Connection now, right?
Yes,
okay.
He owns the Auto Connection. And he was the wild thing about racing with Kevin was because he was a Ford guy. And nobody ran Ford.
Everybody was Chevy.
Everything was Chevrolet.
Which is still kind of how it is now.
And we had moved up a class, and we were in what was called the Pro-Ams at the time, and it was predominantly all Camaros.
And where did you race these at?
Mostly Eagle Raceway, but at the time you could run Eagle Raceway, Beatrice, or Sunset Speedway in Omaha.
And that's what we last knew as I-80 Speedway.
No, that was before I-80.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And there was one other guy that we raced with all the time for years, George Haney. He had a Thunderbird as well as ours. And now his son, it's kind of cool you kids are all doing this now, because it's like his son Dylan is running stock car now. It's fun to watch everybody, the kind of the progression of everything. I don't know. We just, we had to kind of learn our car as we went. And so it was kind of a proud moment to get those kind of accolades, because, we were doing it. There was nobody to ask. We had to figure it out. No. I just figured stuff out. If we'd go to a race somewhere, a big race somewhere, I would go swamp like Manufacturers Midway and find, I know one time it was Dale Earnhardt Goodwrench car on display, and all I did was take pictures of where all the bars went.
And that worked?
And started to replicate, because I figured those guys knew what they were doing and why they were doing it, to turn a corner with a car. So that was kind of how I came up with the design for what we were building. Now there's so many different chassis manufacturers that build them, and the engineering in these cars now is just incredible. I couldn't build a car right now that would compete with these guys. It's amazing. And the safety innovations that they've made and everything, but it was fun. That was kind of the fun part of it, was you built your own car and you went out and you raced each other to see who could beat you, and we had some pretty good success for several years.
And how did you meet Kevin?
I met Kevin through my best friend, who, when he got out of college, he went to work for this guy at a gas station on 56 and Holdridge. And I met the guy. And somehow or another, he was building this. It was called Friday Night Flyers at the time. It was
was that
kind of
also
like
at
a hobby
Eagle,
stock.
or where was that at?
They were running those at Eagle, same tracks.
Okay.
And I just started kind of coming over after hours and helping. And all of a sudden, it comes time to race the season, and he's like, well, come on, we're going to the track. And I'm like, I can't afford to go to the track, And he's like, no, I pay for it. Okay. So in the spring of 1989, I set foot in Eagle Raceway for the first time, and I've never been gone since.
That is crazy. So Eagle Raceway, check them out.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time, and arguably are in a roundabout way, kind of the reason I'm in racing.
Absolutely.
So I remember, either this is a story I made up in my head, or this is a true story. But I was born the lovely angel that I was, the gift to you. You're welcome. Anyways, and mom would have to leave, and so you'd be on baby watching duty. But race cars are life. You couldn't leave to go to Kevin's shop. Where'd the race car go?
When you were born, we moved the whole racing part of the operation out of the auto connection and into my garage.
Okay.
And then I would tend to you, and then put the baby monitor out in the garage and listen for if you needed anything.
So you guys worked
inside.
in dead silence and just listened for me to cry?
Basically.
That's a true father, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing that when I have a kid. Actually, I'm probably just going to give you guys the baby.
No, your mom would take it.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. No, but I've always told that story and I thought it was funny, but I figured today I should probably fact check myself and make sure I didn't make that one up.
No.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. And it's kind of a testament to the dedication that racers go through, and racing teams, because it's not anything new. It's not, I mean, especially you bring your kids with you, or you're in the toter home, or you've got them in the garage with you, because we've all got ACs except for me, got ACs now, and things like that.
You got to make it work, you know, and whether that's right or wrong in some people's eyes,
you can't
it's
lose
the passion
yourself,
of the
though.
sport. And, and the truly passionate will do whatever they can to make as much of real life go on and as much as race life go on. So
I like it. Well, I've been notified that we have some comments on our line. So thank you guys for texting in and messaging. And as always, my mother has commented. This is really 93.7 The Ticket is a family radio show. Jake, what did my mom say?
Yeah, from Diane Stewart says, old Dougie, who is your favorite drag racer, ARCA driver, and operator of the helicopter, Consuelo?
Can anyone guess what this one is? I'm going to give you like a 5-second just in your head if you've been watching all season.
I don't know about mine, but I think Bree's mom's favorite is Cletus McFarland.
Weird. We might have to, at the end of the year, put a tally up on the shows of how many times Cletus McFarland has been mentioned, specifically because of my mother. Fun times. Apparently, talking to people last week, if you didn't catch that show with Megan and Solomon Bennett, great show, you should go watch it. They provided a hobby stock for Cletus McFarland to run at Bristol Dirt a few years ago, and they got to ride in his helicopter, and that wasn't good enough for my mom. Apparently we still need to have Cletus on, so we'll have to make that a thing. But is Cletus your favorite helicopter ARCA drag racer YouTube?
I'd say
not
that combination. Yeah, I mean, when you narrow it down that tight, absolutely.
Okay. What other questions do we have?
Hayden asks, what is your favorite racing to work on the work on the go-kart or sport mod?
I miss the go-kart, and I get to play with that a little bit with her brother Chase at least once a year. We'd like to do more
when I'm not hitting him,
but I do enjoy the more technical aspect of what the sport mod presents. It really makes you start to think. There are a tremendous amount of adjustments, and it's like anything in life. There's more than one way to get the result you're after. So you got to figure out which thing to change or to do, or what adjustment or measurement or whatever.
And that's
that
where
is going to not hurt something else.
You and I butt heads. For anybody that has seen my dad and I work together, we are a hoot. But sometimes we butt heads because we're so much alike. And I think it was when we were working on the car earlier this year, you had mentioned to me, you're like, how can two people have the same idea and take such different approaches? And it really stuck with me, like, man, there are a lot of different ways to do things and still come out with the same result. So it's kind of funny to hear that. And I would agree with you. There's a lot you can do on a sport mod. There's a lot you can do in a go-kart. I think I like the go-kart for when I'm sore and don't want to be yanking on a wrench really hard. It's a little more user friendly. But sometimes you just got to turn on Rage Against the Machine and start throwing wrenches at the sport mod. And that's kind of fun too. What other comments or questions do we have?
Kyle says, sorry, Dougie, it's Denny's year.
Okay, Kyle is one of my crew guys.
Ain't gonna happen.
He's a big NASCAR fan, big time Denny Hamlin fan, and we've got a group chat. And every Sunday he likes to send memes or gifs about Denny Hamlin, and he's getting pretty creative. Do we have any other comments or questions at this time?
Troy says, "Are you racing Beatrice tomorrow night?"
Oh, I wasn't entirely sure. The car is ready. Surprise. But then, James was talking about the money, and I've never raced on a Monday night before. So I don't know. Should I? Do you guys think I should? Comment add your comments. If you think, Bree, that's not your time, don't do it. Let me know. But if you're like, girl, go out there Monday, old Dougie would love to go to work the next day after. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let me know.
See, folks, this is why the Roadrunner isn't completely done yet.
Oh, okay. That's a lie. First off, the Roadrunner is not completely done because he went and got a Dodge Dart, and then the Dodge Dart's not completely done because I needed help on my sport mod, and then also because he went and bought late models, so I don't want to hear it.
I still got to get that done too.
I've offered up my time when I'm not busy with my car.
When you're not busy, yeah.
Anyway, so I've got I think there's some pretty cool things and unique perspectives that you have with all the years of knowledge that you have. And what's great is you're like a thesaurus. And I think that's very common with a lot of car dads. Is it's like, hey dad, why is my car making this sound? And, well, probably because you hit that curb really hard. Or what's the best way to get this bolt out that's stripped? And it's like, from experience, and you've got a lot of tips and tricks. And I think it's very important that us, the younger generation, we can get hard-headed. And I am guilty of this, but I think it's a good reminder that we do listen to the older generation because they've got something to say. They've been through it. They've been in our shoes. And so on the radio publicly, I am saying I will listen to you from time to time, Father. But something that I've been wanting to talk about since the beginning of the year is there was discussion about street racing in Lincoln, and there were talks about impounding cars, and there was some controversy on it. Dougie, do you kind of know what the situation was on that? You might have read into that a little bit more.
Oh, see, some of it had to do with some of the crazies, I'll call them.
That's not a bad word.
Given the rest of the car culture kind of a bad name in the public eye.
Yeah.
And the city has come up with a new ordinance law, however you want to put it, that you can have your car impounded for what they call a nuisance violation. And I have some opinions on that. I understand what they're trying to accomplish, but I'm a little bit against that, in that what is a nuisance violation? Because what you think is a nuisance isn't a nuisance to someone else.
Oh, like that's a very opinionated way to say it.
At one point, they're trying to narrow it down and have it defined clearly so that it's clear what can happen, but yet it still becomes kind of a judgment call on the part of say one of the officers or whoever called it in or whatever the situation may be. Was that really a nuisance to anyone, or was that just now giving them an excuse to do it? Now, the other issue is, let's say I get picked up for a violation. It's hypothetical, but I get picked up for a violation.
Because you've never been picked up for a violation before.
I'm very innocent. And you have a court date to go, basically plead your case one way or the other. You either did it or you didn't. Okay, but that violation got my car impounded. I had to go and get my car out of impound. What happens if I then go to court a few weeks later and I'm found not guilty of the violation?
Do they pay you back?
Who pays my money back for the impound fees and towing fees and all of that? I haven't seen exactly where that lays yet, and I probably should do some more research. But
interesting.
That's the part of it that more concerns me than anything is we're kind of stepping over the innocent till proven guilty. I'm already getting the punishment, but I might not be guilty of the crime.
See, and what I get it, because there's, like you said, the crazies, and maybe not so too is like there's a place, and this is why when I was growing up and I turned 16, and I always talk about I was very blessed and I'm very open about that, how you had presented the opportunity for me to get into an old hot rod or an old race car, and my theory was I didn't want to get tickets on the street and I wanted to go fast. But the thing is like we got to be safe. We can't, I've had friends pass away or get hurt, and like that is a huge thing because people get crazy with it. But also, like, why can't we have a drag strip closer?
Well, and that's
like you're gonna make this rule, but we can't have a drag strip closer.
My whole other part of that is I think if there's a need for laws like this, which I do believe there probably is a need to do something.
It's like the prohibition.
But then we also need, as the car community, we need places and venues to be able to take that, okay. Yep. Back in the old days,
out west,
I was one of the problem children on O Street, and I will admit it.
What?
But where else do I go?
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, I got to make a 2-hour haul somewhere, or at best case scenario, I like going over to Pacific Junction, and it's an 1/8 mile drag strip over there. It's fun time. So that's only about an hour away from us. So that helps. But we also need kind of the community itself to work with us a little bit on, is there a need for a facility, so on and so forth. Now I've heard the lip service of, well, we'll help you find a place. And whenever a place,
are you going to pay for the fuel to get there?
No, what ends up really happening is people have found some places to do some special things and they can't get the approval through the event. So it's like, well, we found a place, and then they still say, no, you can't have it.
See, and that's
so
like,
you all can't say, no, you can't do this, and you're all a bunch of heathens, and we're going to run you out of town on a stake. But we also aren't going to work with you to help you not be that way.
To me, it's like we built these bike paths so people had a place to ride their bikes because people are riding bikes. Safer. In Lincoln, Nebraska, it's arguably a pretty big city for Nebraska. We've got Speedway Motors. We've got the Museum of American Speed. You've got people who like to either go fast or maybe they just want to rev their motor a little bit. Give them a place to do it. Or if they're going out in a high school parking lot, not calling anyone out here. I really hope they're listening to one of my friends. They got called in by some lady who lived in a neighborhood next to a parking lot when he was just testing something on his car. It was during normal hours and called him in. So if you want people to live a happy life, give them somewhere they can be happy at. We are going to take a quick break. We'll get back to this. You are listening to The Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity, positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all three? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install them and forget them outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to the finish line with Bree Marie and James Roland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the finish line. My dad's having a hairband moment over here. This is Bree Marie, Jake Bachhoven on the ones and twos, and old Dougie growing the mullet back out, it looks like, and air guitaring. James is really sad he can't be here. He does have a few questions for you, so I'll ask those in a bit. My brother, who doesn't know how to use Facebook, apparently, because he's not commenting on our comment line. I'm still coming for that Roadrunner. He did text me. He's listening. He said, yeah, jab, jab, jab. I'm getting ready. Hit him with that one, too. He said Douglas County has given free passes to kids on the street who are racing in Omaha. I-29 has worked with Douglas County sheriffs to allow them a place to do that stuff. I think that's amazing. Granted, you don't want to reward people for bad behavior. And we talked about this a little bit on break. And I know we don't have a lot of time left. But it was just kind of a soapbox moment. Like, we're exposed to it. There's social media, there's YouTube, there's all these things. Like, you're not going to keep your kid away from something that may interest them. Like, you don't want them to go out in the street and play football. You have them go in the yard and do it, or go long somewhere. They can go on a football field or to a park. If someone wants to do some target shooting, they go to a range. If somebody wants to test out their car, see how fast it can go, because anyone can go to a drag strip. Like, there are events for it. There are times for it. They go to one. It's just hard because the closest one to us is an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So it makes things tricky or harder. And sometimes, like, kids with street racing, they shouldn't be, but, you know, we've all been 16, and unfortunately, you know, I've had a friend pass away from this, but they need to have the space to do it, and maybe they didn't know that they had somewhere they could go to do that. So I do think it's a developing topic, and I think, you know, it's 2025. Maybe we should bring the argument back up again that Lincoln, Nebraska, Lancaster County needs a drag strip. Just saying.
Absolutely.
The money that we could bring in would be huge. But getting off that soapbox, because James may be very upset. I can't say the other word on air. If I don't ask these questions, because if you aren't watching, my dad is wearing a rainbow otter Hawaiian shirt. That is his staple. We've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it on another show about why he does it, but you should really watch the video. If you don't know what he's wearing, it's one of my favorite ones. But James asked a few questions. He said, 1, why hasn't old Dougie bought a Crown Vic yet?
Cash.
Ding, ding, ding. James, he's got 2 old hot rods and 2 late models. But I honestly would love to see you in something
right now.
I want to get you in the sport mod.
I won't fit.
I barely fit in that thing. It's crazy how they're building
we saw
them.
what happened when I tried to fit in a go-kart.
Nope, should do it again.
Yeah.
And then he said, I've heard he might have something wide-bodied buggy out back. Any truth to that? What does that mean?
Oh, he's probably talking about the late model.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know all these fancy terms you car folk use.
Yeah.
I just go, hey, can I put my right foot down all the way to the floor? Cool, I'm good. And then the last one he asked, which is a good question. He said, what's more stressful, having a son racing or a daughter racing?
For me, there's no difference. I am overjoyed that I get to share my passion with both of my kids. And I've always looked at my son or my daughter as the driver of the race car. I don't, and I never have, felt that Bree was any less of a racer because she was a female. And I don't buy into that females can't race. That bugs me. And, you know, I'm extremely proud of the dedication and the work that they both put in to kind of hone their abilities as to what they're, you know, capable of doing. But stress wise, it's no different. They both argue with me, and at the end, we still come out with a pretty good combination, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know,
And that's why, like, I mean, obviously I have to love you because you're my dad. That's like the rules. I think it's written somewhere. I don't know. But it's just like growing up, it's always been, you know, yeah, I'm daddy's little girl, but if I'm at the racetrack, I'm the driver, I'm the shoe. And that's something that you instilled in me from a very early age. And so I don't know. It's all coming full circle. The whole reason I'm even on this dang radio station is because of my dad. And so I'm so glad that you were able to join us today, Dad, Papa, Daddy-O, old Dougie. So thanks for coming on here, sharing a little bit of your story. I think people may see where I get a little bit of my honoriness from. But that was only a taste of it. So next
from your mom.
From my mom. Yep, from my mom. But I hope you guys had a great time. Make sure you share this with your friends. You're listening to The Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity? Positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all three?